Aussie.
Sorry, dancing to the theme tune. Well, I just got myself ready just in time. And I think I'm going to make a cocktail video tonight, so guts to get my cameras ready. Did a bit of editing. I think I'll just make a short one. All right. I need to put these all onto charge after tonight. Okay. Practicing my digital hygiene and deleting files I've already downloaded from the cameras. Which I don't necessarily have to, because the SD cards hold a bit of memory, but it's just to keep things in order. It's a habit I developed from my earliest days on YouTube, and I just stick with it. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Okay, so not this. Put this over here for now. All right, I got the cameras ready. I might make this. Hey, Greg, how you doing? I have thoughts. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts going on in my head at the moment. Make this Norwegian wood. I create apple brandy. Okay, where is my apple brandy? Apple brandy. Aquavit. Sweet vermouth, yellow chartreuse. Just like the sound of these ingredients and aromatic things. Where's my yellow chartreuse? I will use you with reckless abandon. Now I have found a guy who stocks chartreuse, both yellow and green. And hi, hello, and good evening to you, sir. All right, so this one goes here. Oh God, I haven't picked up the little drink icons from the Advent calendar. Do. Okay, get this one here. Ooh, I think I forgot one thing. It wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something. All right, before I get underway, I want to check one thing. Gee, look, I got another different dressing for my fingers now. Oh, there's just been so much variety in the last couple. What's it been, like 2 months since I dislocated it? Something like that. Okay, I'm looking up Norwegian. Okay, I spelled Norwegian wrong, but yes, okay. Okie doke. Citrus twist. Strictly Sega. Phil says hello, and so do you. I don't know if it's fully 2 months, but it's at least 6 weeks. Anyway, I went to the hand therapist today, and I have not made sufficient progress, so I've got to be a bit more aggressive with the exercises to try and get it sorted in the next 2 weeks. You notice there's no dressing on it, and it doesn't look that gnarly because I got brave and picked the scabs off so you don't have the blood. See, it just, like if I take these things off this finger, just kind of looks like a normal finger. There's a scar. Oh, that's a little bit. Oh, that pulls a little bit. Okay. That's interesting. Anyway, it doesn't even look that scary now. Not a Shannon Knoll fan, a Moving Pictures fan. I'm old enough that I remember when the original was a big deal. Moving Pictures had their moment in the sun. They were really big for a while. I saw them live in Dubbo before they were really big, actually. Honey, discussed the pick the scabs off joke before. I'm not exactly sure what joke we're talking about there. Sorry I didn't say hello, Soph, that I did not know that you were there. For all I knew, you were at work. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get my orange peel, which I left in the fridge. You went lowest common denominator with Shannon Knoll. Yeah, the guy who can't fucking sing. Like, he was on Australian Idol the same year as Guy. What's his? Guy Sebastian. And Guy Sebastian won, and Shannon Knoll came second. And there's a big, Shannon Knoll can't sing for shit. He was just this big, beefy bloke that they thought they could market. And of course Guy Sebastian fucking beat him because Guy Sebastian can sing. I mean, he's never sung anything that I gave a shit about, but yeah, still, even though I was not into that show, I remember the whole thing about trying to hype Shannon Knoll and just go like, he can't fucking hold a tune. What the fuck? Honestly. Anyway, I've got like some orange peel out in the kitchen. I'm just going to go and get it. All right. Got my orange peel that I tried to rejuvenate by sitting in water. Marketing to the chick fans of Jimmy Barnes. Yeah. Oh, and also marketing to guys for that matter. Guy Sebastian's projected sexuality was too ambiguous for hetero Aussie guys to be comfortable with. They needed someone. And yes, I think they thought Nosey would appeal to the ladies, but he was much more aggressively marketed to blokes. Insecure blokes. He's a blokey bloke. And Guy Sebastian? Absolutely not. Just not a slight on Guy Sebastian. It's a slight on insecure Australian males and buffhead Australian recording industry people, honestly. Okay, I'm going to quickly make this Norwegian wood cocktail. And then I've got something that I'm actually kind of excited to talk about. I've had a revelation. It's a Jesus channel from now on. No, not that type of revelation. It wasn't an epiphany. Where's my cute Nick and Nora glass? Put some ice in this. Ice, ice, baby. Oh God, what am I doing? Accident waiting to happen, I swear to God. Okay. Standing in the bar, giving me grief about the duty. Okay, so I'm all kind of ready now. What are the measurements? 1, 1, 3/4, quarter. Okay, I will use 2 jiggers. Oh, fuck me. I've got to remember to clean the thread on this bottle. What am I going to do? Aquavit, aquavit. Okay. 1 ounce of. Actually, I could just use the 1. So it's 1 ounce if I do it all the way to the top. Okay. Ready to do a short video. You excited about my exciting revelation? Oh, it's a thing that I really want to talk about, actually. Talking about it more will make it better. Let's go. Don't fucking do that to me, camera. Okay. So, aquavit. Apple brandy. Sweet vermouth. Yellow chartreuse. I've gotten quite fond of chartreuse. 1 dash of aromatic bitters. Okay, it's an aromatic bitters. Okay. Well, that's enough of that. Now, we'll do our cautious thing of putting the lids back on, because I'm a clumsy foregone idiot who cannot be trusted to not knock over bottles. A bit more. Okay. Let's put the ice in here. Sure, that's what I should have done with the glass. I put it somewhere precarious. I was tempting fate. But nothing went wrong, so fate be damned. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Stirring. Rolling. Though they're disapproving. Keep those juices moving right. And when you're older, we always break for you. Wishing my God was by my side. Ooh, it's gonna be like a Manhattan with a nice herbal edge. Oh yes. That's a wash line, motherfuckers. It's over here, so when the ice moves, the camera doesn't pick it up. And we're just gonna put some orange on the side. Ha! Okay, 2 failures is enough for me. It's a twist of orange peel. Ah! I know when to stop tempting the fates. Oh, now I've got sort of bitter orange oil on my fingers. That was an unpleasant taste. Have I got some water to wash it out with? I don't want it to affect the cocktail. Okay. Let's move this. We'll do the quick talky bit. Jesus Christ, those little bottles are everywhere. Why did I ever let the young'uns leave the house when I could make them do things for me? Friggin' hate crawling around on my knees. My knees do not like it. Like Mr. Horse and Ren and Stimpy. No, sir, I don't like it. Is that ready? That looks ready. Judge Trisha, you look ready. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called a Norwegian wood. I'm guessing it takes that name from the fact geez, the fucking ice did the thing. Now, a car's going past, so maybe the ice was warning me of that. God, it sounds like a long extended fart. Okay. G'day, cocktail lovers. This cocktail is called a Norwegian wood, I assume because it has aquavit as a central element. Aquavit is a traditional Scandinavian liqueur. I'm actually using an Australian aquavit, cheeky, and they gave it the fun name Stockholm Syndrome. If you're unfamiliar with aquavit, liken it to gin. Gin is a spirit where the main flavor is juniper. Aquavit is a spirit where the main flavor is caraway. So it has a different herbal aromatic side. You could probably fake it a bit with gin and a splash of absinthe. Honestly, just get creative if you don't have an ingredient, I say. But with that ramble out of the way, I'm going to taste the cocktail. So what I was expecting, it's like a Manhattan with a herbal twist. It's really quite good. I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing... What was that? In a mixing glass, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of aquavit, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of apple brandy, then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of sweet vermouth, and 1/4 of an ounce or 7.5 mils of yellow chartreuse, rounding things out with 1 dash of aromatic bitters. And for a garnish, I'm using a twist of, oh no, that's the next bit. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And then I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass and garnishing it with a twist of orange peel. So the herbal element of the aquavit and the herbal element of the chartreuse are working really well. It is very much like a Manhattan, the spirit and the sweet vermouth, but that herbal element is there as well, which gives a nice change from a standard Manhattan. I do recommend you get yourself some Norwegian wood. Cheers. Ugh. How long was that recording? Not that long. Okay, I'm going to sit down and we're going to chat. Turn this off. Turn this off. Yeah, that's all. Wait, no. Did I turn this off properly? I did. Want my phone? Get the phone bone. Brain, how are you doing? Okay. Oh, you're going for, you think that cocktail would be better without the apple brandy? Just double up on the aquavit? I mean, that certainly has potential. God, my sweet vermouth, which comes from South Australia, is so red. Look how red it makes the drink. I fucking love it. Hey, Safa. I had with in my packaged meals the one with the little chicken drumettes. It's a win-win. I had a nice dinner, and Mrs. Angry gets some bones for her soup. She makes fairly involved stock. You had pizza and chicken drumsticks. There you go. Looks friggin' good. Certainly does. Just going to get some. Ooh, here we go. New jar of the yummy cherries. So if you had a shit night's sleep, neighbours in the shed till midnight. How was the CBD? I did go out and get some sunshine today. A lot of hotties out in their summer dresses, I tell you what. I am not fucking going out tomorrow, though. 40 odd degrees. Come on, you son of a bitch. Why not? There you go. I think I was just doing it wrong. One of the big cherries to stab. Oh, I thought I missed, but I actually got one. I just didn't get it very well, so I'll re-skewer it. There we go. Having cherries. No, I don't have my laptop yet. It's a question of coordination, and I haven't coordinated it yet. Anyway, here we go. Norwegian wood. That's really nice. Although now you brought it up, Charlie, I am tempted to make a version with just aquavit. See what that's like. Maybe just call it Stockholm Syndrome then. So, oh no, you're upset the Ashes is almost over. Oh God, I saw a video on YouTube today. Like, I saw the thumbnail. I haven't watched the video. I might watch it. So I watched some philosophy videos. Oh God, I forget what the channel was called. It was like Philosophy Simplified or something. But no, psychology, not philosophy. It was like Psychology Simplified. And the title of the video was something like, what's the psychology of people who aren't obsessed with sport? And I was like, that's me. I probably have to watch that video to see what they say, honestly. So which YouTube channel am I logged into here? It might come up if I just open YouTube. Yes, okay. Yeah, wow, just looking at videos that are up here. The antidepressant, oh, actually, I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is what gets recommended to me on YouTube. Pro Go to Sleep. I am actually subscribed to that, recently subscribed to Al Jokes and David Archu. Not subscribed to Bokeh Bushido saying the antidepressant hidden inside you is create or collapse. Shorts, not subscribed to that guy, Tim Runa, or Dylan on the internet. Oh, the old 1 second every day videos. Oh, Hillier Smith. Wait, am I am subscribed to him, aren't I? He's a very talented editor. Was editing for, I think, both Mr. Beast and Logan Paul at one stage. I just got recommended this guy, Jonking Cyberpunk. I quite enjoy his videos, puts a lot of effort into them. I'm trying to see if this psychology one, Corridor Crew, I've been a fan of theirs since back in the day. See, these are a lot of channels I'm not subscribed to. Oh, it's Peter Gabriel. LMG Clips. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to any of these channels. Oh, good old Adult Swim. Criterion I am subscribed to. Adam Savage I am. Be Fast. Join me in my 15-pound red cabbage. Good on you, Gerald Stratford, with your 15-pound red cabbage. Whiskey Tribe I am subscribed to. So Star Wars things. No, I'm not finding this video. Daily Show. Just Exist, bro. Little Buddha and Donked. I don't know that channel. Shitty Rigs. Ryan Johnson believes he should be in director jail. I bought 10 acres of wild off-grid Australian bushland. Good for you. Your space reflects who you are. AI dating assistant. Okay, short film. Casually Explained. I enjoy Live Each Day, Corey's channel, like that. You're not crazy. The world really is mad. Why are there no 3D animators on YouTube? There probably are. 1 year, 400 hours. 1 year of piano progress as a 40-year-old beginner. Well, that's a challenge. Comedians, no, okay. So this psychology video. Actually, will it come up if I just search psychology, not obsessed with sport? It does. There, that's it. It's called Psychology Simplified, the psychology of people who don't obsess over sports. Wait, did someone knock it off? Holy, what the fuck? Why are there so many of these? Okay, I'm being... Wow, and that person actually fucking stole the thumbnail as well. Okay, I'm clearly naive because every time I see something, that a bunch of people are ripping off, I'm surprised. But they're all literally the same, and someone did it and the rest copied it. Jesus, there's so fucking many of them. I wonder if they're just AI slop. Oh, okay. That's a revelation I wasn't expecting. Rain, you saw Life of Boris on my screen. Boris is pretty entertaining. I'll have to look at. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't look at the dates on those, did I? So, okay, I was assuming this one. Oh no, Jesus. Okay, 2 days ago, 1 month ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. Okay, so the one I saw. Okay, geez, I accused the second one of stealing the thumbnail. But the one I saw today stole the thumbnail. The one 2 months ago, I think this is the creator. 1 day ago, 22 hours ago, 2 months ago. Psychology of people who don't watch football. Okay, and then there's an 11-year-old one. Say, why do people obsess over sports? Okay, so it's a competition between these two. They have a very similar thumbnail. Psychology of people who don't watch football and psychology of people who don't obsess over sport. Let's get the actual. Ooh, that sounds AI to me. 111,000 views 2 months ago. What was the actual date? October 21st, 2025. That's AI too. Fuck them all, I guess. October 25th. October 25th and October 21st. Okay, so I'm not watching any of them because they're all fucking AI slop. Fuck me. Safa, should you watch Civil War on Paramount? I really enjoyed that. I actually saw it in IMAX, which was fucking wild. I've watched it on TV as well. I think it's worth watching. I think it's a good action film. Pat, your mate on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know how to find him, mate. So there you go. They're all AI slop. Fuck them all. Fuck that. Okay, let's talk about genuine creativity and artists of the highest order, like me. Let's talk about me. So, I said I had something. I had a revelation. I did. Tell the story of my revelation. Motherfucking pus bucket. Jesus Christ, I'm so uncoordinated. Okay, so, and this actually is 2 birds with 1 stone for me as well. Glad I brought that up. I worked out what my film's going to be, because you all might remember I had this grand idea of doing like a documentary about Australian distillers and cocktail bars, etc., and do a whole thing. And that got derailed really quickly, really easily, because I hate contacting people and say, hey, I want to do a thing about your thing. My social awkwardness kicks in. And when the guy from Starwood didn't reply, when I did actually reach out to him, I was just sort of, I don't want to do it anymore. Even though there's a whole bunch of people that I know if I said to them, I just want to do a little film on you, they'd say yes. And I just haven't been able to get into it. But I was thinking today, just not long before the stream, actually, I was watching some artsy YouTube videos made by artists, and I was really enjoying it. And as this one guy from Mexico City was making a photo book of his own photos, and he's telling the whole story about why he did it, how he came up with the concept, what he did, yada yada yada. And it came to me. I know what I want to do with some YouTube videos that I'll eventually stitch together, I think, to be movie length, but I'll shoot them as individual videos. It's going to be the story of the cocktail book that Abigail made for me. It also came into my head because this guy was hand stitching his own photo book, and Abigail hand stitched this. I still haven't put anything in it, but I'm going to do just really measured, gently paced videos. And each video will be one cocktail, and it'll be both me just writing the recipe on the page and making the cocktail. And I'll just keep going till I've put all my favorite cocktails in here. So it's two birds with one stone. I have an idea that I really like for my YouTube film, and I'll finally use this book, which was always intended to be a collection of cocktail recipes. So that, to me, that's exciting. And I might develop all sorts of things. I'm like 2.5 months ahead on YouTube videos now. I want to keep that up, but that allows me to take a lot of time. Like, I want to script these videos and actually even probably experiment with some shooting styles. I want to come up with something that I'm happy with. So I can even spend a couple of months just coming up with the style for these videos. So yeah, that's my plan. That's going to be my YouTube Meisterwork, and it's also, I'm just gonna do stuff in my book. And I was also thinking, I'm just going to write the cocktails in there, but it could be collage. I might print out some artwork, and I'll say, no, I don't need fancy pens. That's the thing. I do not need fancy pens. I need nice pens, and I have nice pens, nice wet ink pens. Stole them from a stationery cupboard in a place I used to work at. So I have nice pens. I don't need fancy pens. I don't need another barrier to me doing this. So I have the pens. I was experimenting. Like, literally, okay, this is the pen. I was writing with this pen. Just this pen. It's one of those wet ink pens. I don't know what the proper name for them is. I just consider them to be liquid gel ink. Liquid gel ink pen. And see, and I was just writing notes to myself before here. Story of the cocktail book Abigail made for me. I'll make a video for each page. Gives me lots of room to experiment. Combine writing the pages with making the cocktails. Maybe some guest spots with different people, artists completing pages. Add art to some or even all of the pages. do my favorite cocktails, maybe make custom signature cocktails for people. That's the thing. Oh, so this is your idea of nice pens. Yes, this is a nice pen. Gel ink pens. I like them. I'm going to be using that. So, yeah, I talked myself into this idea and I really like it. So that's the thing I'm going to do. So besides just knocking out quickish videos and, probably doing a bunch more clarified cocktails for the longer form videos, I'm going to start planning how to do this. And so, yeah, I'll probably, over a period of weeks, do a bunch of test shots. And then work out how to do it. And my feeling is the pace of the videos will be really unhurried. And see, Charlie, I was thinking that too. If I do end up recording videos at either distilleries or cocktail bars, I think that would fit in with the overall motif, because I could come away from those visits on what did I really like there. Do you have permission to email them? You want to be my hype man, Charlie? I mean, yeah. And I don't like it, actually. But we should chat about how to do that on the Discord or something like that. Yeah. I mean, the short answer to your question is, would I be happy for you to do it? The short answer is yes. Probably some practicalities that I want to work out with you, and even talk about, what the targets are and how we would do it. Places I like to visit. Yeah, well, I got to remember the recipe. A trip to Tassie to visit Lark. I mean, down the line, I'd rather just do local places. Because Tassie would be a whole thing. Maybe for the sequel, do a Tasmanian Odyssey, visit a bunch of Tasmanian distilleries. I was going to search for something on YouTube. Right. Oh yeah, my subscriptions. What the fuck? I can't tell you how disappointed I am that those psychology of people who don't like sports videos are all AI slop. I should have fucking known, but I didn't. And I'm super fucking annoyed now. All right. I'm looking for my own cocktail training. What, okay, what the fuck is going on here? 3 days ago. Yeah, I'm just scrolling. Though they're disapproving. Keep those beasties moving. Right. Now, on this channel, how many cocktails have I done that's fizz? No, okay, Snosberry Fizz. Whiskey and sloe gin and soda. Ooh, that's when my hair was just starting to get long. Oh, wow. You can see, look at how I just didn't. Okay, you got to look at this, how I just didn't give a shit at this stage. Before I started getting these shirts, when I was wearing the vest and whatnot, and I don't have any lights there, and I have that fucking vertical blind with all the strips missing. Just like I didn't give a shit. Okay, did I put the recipe in here? So it's just gin. Okay, it's whiskey and sloe gin with sody. That's what makes a Snozzberry fizz. Okay. Stuff with Blu-ray is 20 years old. Yes, 30% of current content is AI slot, particularly shorts. Yeah. No, Pat, I'm not looking up JXT YouTube. Okay, just not. Oh, Strictly Sega actually put it on the Discord for anyone who wants to do it. The J Stick, Australian Professional Wrestler. There you go. Yeah. So I guess I'm doubly fighting AI slop. It'd be very handmade. Like I'm going to be writing with my hand. Big rejection of AI slop. I'm going to lead the revolution. Yes. But anyone who wants to see Pat's mate, the link is on the Discord for the JXT wrestling channel. Yes, I am going to upload the videos a page at a time, I think, because it'll take me a long time to do it. And then have the complete movie length, like, you know, when it's up to an hour and a half. And honestly, if I post them a page at a time, I might learn from doing that, and the end product may end up being completely different to what I had envisioned up front. So I want to shoot a page at a time and upload it and learn as I go, basically. So maybe the end product is just the individual videos spliced together, but I may end up with a different idea for a narrative and selectively use video clips at different stages. So I think that gives me more scope to come up with something really creative. That's my plan anyway. Absolutely. I would give you the video content and you could do your own edit. I would let you do that. No worries at all. Remember me filtering the barrel-aged old-fashioned? God, there's still sediment in there. Sediment's an unpleasant word. Particulate matter. But yeah, when I filtered it through coffee filter, it did end up fucking clogging up the coffee filter with particulate matter. And it took a while to go through, considering it's just liquid. Yeah, so yeah, I refiltered it and left it. And when I came back to it, it had just stopped going. There was still drink in the coffee filter, and it just stopped going through. And there was this really sort of dark sludge is such an unappealing word. Like I said, I'll call it particulate matter. that had congested the coffee filter. So I got a new paper and poured it into that and got it. So pouring it out in the glass, it looks so much clearer than it did before I filtered it. This probably won't have changed the taste at all because it tasted really yummy before, but it was actually a little bit cloudy. So I do not regret doing it, filter it through the coffee filter, because I blocked my cone, man. My cone was clogged up with sludge. Yeah, it looks way better now. Sexy clear ice, cloudiness is gone. I do not. Same as I was actually super surprised, and I said this back at the time, but my blood orange liqueur, first run I did of this, it was quite cloudy and kind of looked like orange juice. And I just ran it through the paper coffee filter. I didn't know if it's going to make much difference. And the difference is so radical. It's so clear and such a nice color. So that's why I knew it would be worth doing it with this old fashioned. You're stoked about the project? The project's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, yes, if you want, Charlie, because I always save all my raw footage, I could even upload raw footage somewhere and you could do your own edits because I'm happy with it. Yeah, we're basically going to grind out a movie, one page at a time. Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit of time to script it and plan some shots because I'm normally pretty shoot from the hip when I'm making the videos. But I'm going to script them and not just script the dialogue. I'm going to do a shot list. So having this buffer of videos on YouTube, God damn, that's good. Oh my fucking God. That's such a yummy drink. Yeah, so I'd probably do one video explaining the project. Oh yeah. No. The one giveaway when I script videos is not so much that it changes my style of making videos. It's just there tends to be more editing. So I don't go to all the trouble of being like, a stage actor and remembering the entire script. I do it like a line at a time and then edit it. But yeah, still in my normal style. But I want to take a little bit of time of thinking about how I present it and have more of a story for each cocktail. And I just have to decide what I think the story is. So oh, that is so fucking good. Yum. In fact, Charlie, I think I can have more of my personal style if I script it because I put the thought into it and I plan it and I say what I want to say. I'm not trying to think of stuff off the cuff. So I think it could be more me. No, everyone knows my name's Andrew. Yeah, no. I have not hidden the name for a very long time. I feel like talking about the fingers again because I did get a bad grade from my hand therapist today. I should have been able to bend the finger more than I can. And now that it doesn't look gross because I picked the scabs off. That's such a terrible turn of phrase, isn't it? Pick the scabs off. but I did. Now there's just like a line going around my finger. But it's like, can barely bend it. So what I actually have to do is help it now. I have to do this. To the point, I don't want to hurt it. I just got to push it down and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, Charlie, what you're hitting on there, the drink where I went to a bar to drink at bar or restaurant, that has the potential. See, there's the potential to be 2 films, literally going back to the bars and restaurants. It is swollen. It is swollen. Look at that nice little slender finger and that chunky finger. The other thing, I've got to massage it. It's all swollen and redacted, so I've got to massage it. It's like a Trump ankle. That's my Trump finger. It's also on cankle. Seriously, that guy's going to drop dead any fucking day. He's got the slur on his, like he's had a stroke. He's got the uneven face. Ooh. Okay, how this feels, massaging this finger, is how it felt massaging the ring finger when it had been tightly strapped to the pinky for a couple of weeks and it was feeling the worst for wear. It's almost normal now. So I feel like, yeah, I just need to... Feels tender and bruised. No, he's going to fucking die. There's no way. Okay. This is the most outrageous prediction I'm willing to make for 2026. Trump's dead before the end of the year. Heine's house is a construction site. Probably can't sleep properly. That too. But I'm not even messing about. I will be astounded if Trump lives out the year. He looks in such bad... Oh my God. Charlie, making my finger massage sexual. Rub it, baby. Madam Butterfly still here, listening to the stream. Don't feel like acting silly joining in. That's okay. You're here in spirit, Madam Butterfly. Don't worry. Oof, that's a bit tender. So yeah, I've got to be a bit more aggressive with the workouts I give this finger. It's supposed to be back to normal in 2 weeks. So this little thing... Oh no, that's the wrong finger. Fuck. Okay. Put that loop on the ring finger. And it's just there to support the pinky. But the idea is I'm kind of meant to use it like normal. Oh God, Charlie, honestly. To suffer, I'm a 2-finger typer. Actually, when those two are strapped together, that makes me a bit awkward. They kind of get in the way. So I'm probably going to start working on script ideas for the movie of the book tomorrow when I'm meant to be working. Safi, you actually type properly? I started having a go at Mavis Beacon teachers typing like 30 years ago. I'm just so lazy. I hate having to learn anything, which is ridiculous because it's always like, I wish I learned a musical instrument, piano or guitar or both. See, Charlie's just in sexualizing everything now. Sounds dirty. I use all the fingers. So do I. With your mum. I will never get tired of your mum jokes. Oh, I have to just... I'm going to do another... clarified cocktail video. For the next one, oh, that's how I was doing it, by going to Difford's Guide and the top 100 cocktails. Simon Difford, Cocktail Hall of Fame. Is what comes at the top 100? I think I just typed that badly. Top 100. Top 100 cocktails. Yes. Okay. 1 to 20. What haven't I done yet? Pornstar Martini, Naked and Famous. God, I actually have to look. What clarified cocktail videos have I done? Custard cocktail. Oh, I need to go and look at the other channel. I don't think I've done Vieux Carré, which is one of my all-time favorites. Last word, Jungle Bird. Margarita. Heine, you got a Blu-ray haul. Paranoia, The Rock, the In-Betweeners movie, X-Men 2. Damn, that's some old school stuff there. Yes, Abigail, they have a New Mexico now. You're watching Pirates of the Cardigan. I assume you mean Caribbean. You got lounge chairs. Heidi's a touch typer. Make mistakes like Safa. But you check before you press enter. Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, incredible that Pirates of the Caribbean, the inspiration for which was just a fucking ride at Disneyland. It's such a good movie. It's just it's just a good movie. I couldn't resist, like, for the name of this stream, when I was looking for what happened on this day, and it was like, New Mexico became a state in the US on this day. And so I had to do the Homer Simpson quote, like, hey, there's a New Mexico. Yeah, Strictly Sega, there was a very big drop-off in quality. That some of the sequels are worth watching, but the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie is incredible. Honey, you got your 2K version of X-Men 2 because it has special features. That's fair. Man, I loved how for the second X-Men movie, they just decided this one's got to be violent because, you know, it had Wolverine in it, but they weren't very graphic with any violence. But like the opening scene of X-Men 2 is Wolverine just fucking people up. And they went, oh, they've gone for more violence in this one. Sorry if Mexico becomes a U.S. territory state, New Mexico. Well, this all just reminds me, I still have to do the Mexis T video. Just because if Donald Trump finds out there's a New Mexico, he'll be upset. So we have to rename the state to Mexis before Trump gets upset. No, Safa, Pirates of the Caribbean is not about books. It's literally about one of the classic rides at Disneyland, Pirates of the Caribbean. Strictly Sega, you thought the opening scene of X-Men 2 was Magneto's escape. Okay, you might be right, although I don't think it was. I thought the opening scene, because the closing of X-Men 1 was Professor X talking to Magneto, and Magneto said, what happens when they come for the students at your school, and Xavier says something along the lines of, I feel very sorry for anyone who tries to attack my school. And that gets repeated at the start. And yeah, the army tries to take all the kids and they get fucked up severely. I thought Magneto's escape. Yeah, no, the opening scene's. I'm going to put it on the line. The opening scene is definitely not Magneto's escape because there's a whole setup for it. Honey was the thing. Oh, what's that character called? The one who can teleport, breaking into the White House. Was that X-Men 2 or 3? Or is Abigail agreeing that was the opening scene? See, it's 10 years since I've watched them, so I don't remember. Fuck, I love clarified cock. Nightcrawler, that's him. I like the way they did Nightcrawler in those movies. It's quite good. But and also now we're talking about them. I like the Logan movie, the Death of Wolverine, because the central thing in that Professor Xavier is starting to suffer dementia. It's like, how terrifying is if the world's most powerful psychic, someone who has telekinetic powers, starts suffering dementia. It's like, oh my God. All right, so X-Men 2 starts with Nightcrawler attacking the president. And yeah, it's like he was being controlled by Magneto, if I remember right. I also think just generally in the X-Men movies, they did a great job with Magneto, having him being a Holocaust survivor. And so he was like, no way, I do not trust the authorities. And I refuse to be fucking controlled by them. Safa, you rented Pirates for local McDonald's opening, working by Thunders. Okay, that's a very confusing paragraph, Safa. I assume you're talking about the deep, dark past. You're talking about the 1900s or something. God, when did Pirates of the Caribbean come out, actually? My memory is so bad. I still shamelessly blame COVID for having a hard time remembering when things happen, because COVID absolutely fucked up my ability to remember anything. First one was 2003. Okay, so 20 years ago. Pirates 5. I don't even know if I saw Pirates 5. Which one was Pirates 5? Because kind of all the ones I saw had something to recommend them. They may not have been great movies, but there was something in them that was worth watching. But yeah, I remember the guys who wrote Pirates of the Caribbean had a really good blog in the late 90s. And I used to read it though. It was just a really good blog about being a writer and whatnot. So when Pirates of the Caribbean came out and they wrote the script, I was down for it. It was very good. I don't even remember the URLs of the websites I used to read in the 90s. There was just all content, baby. Streaky said you haven't seen 4 or 5. I've probably seen at least 4. What were they called? What was the sub name for 4 and 5? Which one had Davy Jones in it? That was fun. So like, what's the theme? But yeah, none of them match the original. The original was an amazing achievement to make a movie that good. That, like I said, was just inspired by a ride at Disneyland. They had that tiny bit of reference for it. And I love how like it was an open secret. Johnny Depp based his performance as Jack Sparrow on Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. So they ended up casting Keith Richards as Jack Sparrow's dad, which I thought was quite funny. And the way Johnny Depp would do that in various movies, like his Willy Wonka was super obviously Michael Jackson. For His Strange Tides. So that's the one with Davy Jones. That's not bad. I quite enjoyed. Was Javier Bardem, was he in 3 or 5? 5's Dead Men Tell No Tales. So Javier Bardem was the bad guy in one of them, and Bill Nighy was the bad guy in the other, and they both had good moments. I was reading a thing the other day. Bill Nighy actually wanted prosthetic makeup on set. Like a lot of the performers were just like, "Oh, you're going to do computer-generated effects? Cool, I won't wear any makeup on set." And Bill Nighy is like, "Nah, I'm fucking... I want to be living the character on set." Bill Nighy wasn't in 1. I think maybe you're getting confused with Jeffrey Rush. All right, now I'm going to look this shit up. Pirates of the Caribbean film series. Okay, so the first one was subtitled The Curse of the Black Pearl. The second one was called Dead Man's Chest. And yes, you're right. Bill Nighy is in that. Sorry. The third one, At World's End. I think that's where they brought Keith Richards in, and Bill Nighy is in that as well. The fourth one, On Stranger Tides, we got Jeffrey Rush has come back into it. Penelope Cruz is in there. Oh, fucking Ian McShane's in it. Ian McShane's so cool. Sorry. Just fangirling over Ian McShane. And then the fifth one is the one with Javier Bardem, Dead Men Tell No Tales. And look, it was good when Javier Bardem was on screen, basically. I'll basically watch anything where Javier Bardem is on screen. So, yeah, like after the first one, I don't think any of them are particularly great, but there's always something worth watching in them, I think. Oh, getting my minerals waters in. Oh, yeah, Ian McShane's great in the John Wick movies. He's great in Deadwood. He's basically great in anything he's in. Even a shitty movie like Death Race, at least he's good. Abigail, you've had it up to here. Is bullshit humidity. Turn on the aircon and gotten some food. That's a good idea. Abigail, here's my advice to you, which you probably don't need because you're smart, but because tomorrow's going to be shit. Although with your building, it probably takes a couple of days to penetrate, so maybe you'll be okay. But like hypercool your place before it gets hot. Like whack on the aircon before it even gets hot and just chill your space rather than waiting for it to get hot. He's great in hot rod. He's just fucking good in everything. There was the funniest thing. I don't listen to the Chapo Trap House podcast all that often, although I do broadly like them because I like their politics generally, even though they're a bit sort of bro-ish and blokey for me. But one from years ago, it was them talking about how they bullshitted their way into a party in Hollywood. I think it was for the Deadwood movie. It was for a movie anyway that Ian McShane was in, and I think it was the Deadwood movie, but it was something. And they were saying like they bullshitted their way into this Hollywood party, and Ian McShane was there, and they were just like, that guy, there's an aura around him. He fucking dominates a space. It's just like he is not a normal man. He is like a man god. He's incredible. But yeah, I'll watch Ian McShane in just about anything, quite honestly. And yes, he's been doing stuff since the fucking 60s. But yeah, I'll watch pretty much anything with Ian McShane in it. Because he was just like even when he's just a bit part, like he's a supporting character, he just has this magnetism. Like there's a really great, probably underseen, underappreciated film called Sexy Beast about basically retired British crims. They've like retired to Spain, and fucking Ben Kingsley is in it as the most psycho gangster who's trying to force these guys who've retired to Spain to come back for another job. And Ben Kingsley is absolutely fucking terrifying. Like Ben Kingsley, who is Gandhi, and he's the serious actor. Him as a psycho gangster in Sexy Beast is, oh my God, he's terrifying. And then Ian McShane's in the last part of that movie as basically the mob boss. He's a supporting role and he's incredible. Yes, the dialogue in Sexy Beast is amazing. What is Mogler on Jubilee? I know what Jubilee is. Who or what is Mogler? God damn it. Okay, I've got YouTube open. I'll just go and find out what you're talking about. Jubilee. Surrounded. One Gen Z liberal versus 20 Gen Z conservatives. I assume that's the one. Wow, 500,000 views in one day. Jesus. Okay, I am completely unfamiliar with this guy, Adam Mockler. But there's another one from a month ago, Tim Miller, who I have no idea who he is, but he looks like a millennial, versus 20 Gen Z conservatives. Ooh, 1 month ago, Piers Morgan versus 20 woke liberals. See, I just think the format is fucked. That's not going to stop me. If you say this one with Adam Mockler is entertaining, I'll probably watch at least a bit of it. Okay, I will probably watch at least some of it tomorrow. Wait, how long is it overall? Jesus Christ, an hour and a half. fuck me. Can someone do a supercut of it? Get all the owns out of it? Tim Miller is a centrist. It was disappointing. Centrists are always disappointing, honestly. I have no idea who he is. Conservative Christian versus liberal Christians. Piers Morgan versus Swinton. Again, I just find this shit pointless. A journalist versus 20 conspiracy theorists. It's just such a fucking waste of time. Conservative versus queer activists. Top 10 most heated debates in 2025. Got Candace Owens. She's fucking crazy. 20 boomer Trump supporters versus... Oh, actually, that's mildly funny setup. 20 boomer Trump supporters versus a Gen Z liberal is funny. Dr. Mike versus anti-vaxxers. Oh, damn, I clicked on the wrong thing. I almost closed my browser. That would have fucked up the stream. Please do the bit where Mikey goes up against the blonde chick who can't defend Trump being a pedo. Nice. I was actually just thinking about that today, how people who proclaim themselves Christian are Trump supporters, and they call themselves Christian but promote very hateful, bigoted shit. I would love to just be able to say to them, tell me one quote from the New Testament attributed to Jesus that justifies your political position. One. Just tell me one. I'll give you 50 that promote communism, essentially, but just egalitarianism, caring for minorities, and all those things. The claim he makes is your child is safer with a Democrat than Trump. Oh my gosh. That's funny. He's just baiting them when he says that. No one ran to the table. Okay, that is genuinely funny. That is genuinely funny. If he said that, my next claim is your child's safer with the Democrat than Trump, and none of them ran to do it, even just as a setup, that's funny. That is very good. It's maybe redeemed the whole thing in my mind. Because being funny will make me excuse a lot of things, quite honestly. Oh, Abigail, are you still there, by the way? Because you missed me telling a thing. And I want to tell you. So, okay, so that's gone viral. It does sound pretty fucking funny, honestly. So I haven't been paying attention to Jubilee. It hasn't been popping up and recommended for me. I don't know if I told it. I don't know if I told YouTube to not recommend it to me. In fact, the fact that it hasn't popped up at all suggests I got the shits with it one day and clicked the don't recommend this channel to me. Because I do think... Okay, Abigail, you're still here. Okay, so I said this earlier in the stream, but I want to share this with you. So you'll remember I had the grand idea of doing the doco about the distilleries and maybe the cocktail bars, and it just sort of petered out because I didn't get responses from some things I sent, and I don't want to go out and say things to it. So I had an epiphany, like in the half hour before I started this stream. I know what my film's going to be. My film is going to be the story of populating this book. I'm going to start doing it, and the videos, and I'll do a video for each page and ultimately thread them together for the whole thing. So it will be taking a page and saying, okay, today I'm doing this, and I write in the page what it is. There's maybe some art that goes in it as well. And then I make the video. But again, this is where I exploit the fact I'm a couple months ahead with the videos on the channel. I can take a month or more just to experiment, like with shooting styles and scripts and whatnot, and how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make a standalone video for each page, but then the idea would be edited together in an overall movie. So it's two birds with one stone. I finally used the book, which I had no good reason for not using, but it also gives me a framing for a bigger project. So that's what I'm working on from now on. And honestly, the process of working on it, the end product might end up being very marginally related to my original concept. So yeah, you know, I might turn this into an art book. You know, I might print out bits of art to go on the pages with the recipe, or get more artistically inclined friends than me to do art on pages. But I am genuinely excited by this. Nothing more would warm your heart more than to see stuff in this book. It's such a fantastic book. It's brilliant. And and I'll also tell you the thing that gave me the inspiration. I was watching a very arty video on YouTube. Guy who was an artist, and he was talking about how he'd made all these various things, and he's going, but I haven't made a photo book yet. And so it was his whole thing to make a photo book, take a bunch of photos, but then he was also printing them out, and he was hand binding the book and covering it. And that just made me think of how you hand bound that book for me. And it just like, bing, and the light shone up and goes, yes, that's a project for me to make a series of videos of my favorite cocktails, put them in this book, and it's one video for each page. And it might open the door to all sorts of things. So I am genuinely excited by this idea. And that's what I've been looking for, something to be excited by. Like, I don't even give a shit if no one watches it. It's something for me. Yeah, so see, it started. The first video output for it will probably be at least 3 or 4 months down the line, but it might not. Like, it might gel when I start working on scripts, and I'm going to write not just verbal scripts but also shot lists. Do this, then that, and then I'll probably do some experiments on stream, just shooting things in different ways. So before I write in that book, I'll probably write in this book, which is where I wrote all the notes when the idea occurred to me. I've got a page titled, I Know What My Film Will Be. And I wrote a bunch of stuff in there. And I will actually probably write some more of the idea in here. And I'll probably even practice some shots, because I want some shots of me writing on a page and some shots of me making the cocktail in the video. So, and then there's a question of the pacing of it and how to bring it together and how to have, like, my personality in it. But I will probably be talking about this a lot on the streams in the coming months. And I'll be doing a bunch of test shots, and we shall see what we see. And I probably need to explore a bit more things I can do with my editing software. because I swear to God, I use less than 10% of the functionality of my video editing software. It has all sorts of swish features that I don't use. So I need to take a bit of time in that. And also, Abigail, just for you, the gnarly medical things, my finger doesn't look gnarly anymore. I was showing that off during the stream as well. It sounds good, but I picked all the scabs off it, so it's swollen. It's very swollen. Look at the comparison between those fingers. But the scars, not all that noticeable, because I picked all the scab off it today. And now I've just got to practice. I've got to really push it. Yeah, that's about as much as I can do at the moment, but I've got to hold it there. Got to get it flexible, hold it for about 20 seconds. Yeah, I went to see the hand therapist today, and I got a bad grade. It should have been more flexible than mine. So I've got to do that with the flexing and just massage the poor finger because the tissue's all traumatized from the surgery. But it looks healthy and pink, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I just need to be fairly aggressive with the therapy on it for the next 2. It's hella swollen. It really is. Ooh, Strictly saying you think the colorizing is important. It's interesting. My editing software has some presets for colorizing that is influenced by various filmmakers. I should do a test video and show it to you, actually. I'm not planning to do a live stream tomorrow. I'll be watching stuff with Mrs. Angry. God, but probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably. My editing software gives me massive amounts of flexibility with how I set the colors in the video. I should do. Oh yeah, I'll do a little just for fun. I've got to find the presets again because I've actually forgotten where they are. But there's one that's obviously influenced by Paul Thomas Anderson. They were very careful with the naming so they don't get pinged for intellectual property violation. They make it really clear what filmmaker palette they're using. Oh, yeah. Oh, Laserdisc video. Thursday? Do you want to do a Laserdisc video on Thursday? I'm bang up for another Laserdisc video. So, and just vaguely, you found the 3rd season of Foundation to put on your Plex. I read somewhere that there were 4 seasons. I don't know. But I did read online after you said you got a 3rd season. I'm like, oh, great. Because I thought they just cancelled it. But then I was reading something that there were clearly more than 2 seasons. And there was a webpage that was suggesting there were 4 seasons. You were telling me there were 3. So I'll be okay. So I've got to get this finger, ideally, back to pretty much normal in 2 weeks. Oh, okay. So you wanted it live Wednesday morning. If we planned a bit more, we could have done it. Well, if we planned a bit more, we could have done it tonight. Okay, so there's yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I saw something online that suggested there were 4 seasons of it. I don't know. Because yeah, Mrs. Angry and I watched the end of the second season and thought, oh, that's it. They must have cancelled it, so it's not resolved. But you got the third season for us, so we'll watch that. You added a dozen more shows. Oh, yeah. Thank you for adding the ones for Mrs. Angry, The Prisoner, and was it Randall and Hopkirk, Deceased? Camp 60s, 70s British shows, drama shows with really intense soundtracks. Like, this is intense. Something intense is happening here. It's very funny. Like, I'm even just watching that first episode of Randall and Hopkirk, where they establish the dead guy's ghost is really there because he can do things. And there was a remake in 2000 or 2010, I don't remember, with Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. And I don't know what that's like. Mrs. Angry says she has no interest in a remake. She just wants to watch the one she watched when she was a kid. So you've got an app that scans your Plex and tells you when this new season. Nice. But yeah, in that Randall and Hopkirk Deceased, yeah, they established the ghost is really there because he can do things. I was watching that and thinking it would be fun if you shot it in such a way you were never really sure the ghost was there. Maybe the guy was imagining it. Rays, how you doing, man? Good to see you. But it is very funny watching comparatively low budget British TV shows from the 60s and 70s and how they do things. Because they can't have elaborate special effects or stunts. So it's all got to be about the script. It's very interesting. Or at least I find it very interesting. Ooh, what did you post on Discord? Yeah, Safra, I'm sure you just fucked up your typing multiple times there, but I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, I'm also not seeing anything on Discord, so I'm not sure what you were trying to draw my attention to. Oh, wait, something's popped up now. Oh, that's your new shows on Plex. All right, that number one on Netflix thing, Runaway, Corbin, what's his name? I did actually have an audio book of one of his, Turk Gently. Oh, Brain Dead looks really interesting. I've got to watch Brain Dead. Someone discovers the reason American politicians are so fucked and just fighting with each other. Alien brain worms are eating their brains. As a concept, that is a really good framing for a show, in my opinion. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Yeah, it runs on ABC, isn't it? It's Australian anyway, about Postcard Bandit. Scary movie actress Jane Dude, no one fucking knows who scary movie actress is, for fuck's sake. So the Postcard Bandit was amazing because what he did, he worked out the cops were all separated into suburbs basically, and they didn't talk to each other. And he could go and do bank robberies in one jurisdiction and then fuck off just to another jurisdiction. And in the next jurisdiction, the cops would be starting from scratch because they wouldn't talk to the cops from another jurisdiction. And he did it across multiple states. But even just in Melbourne, he would like, okay, that's this police station. I'll rob a couple banks there and then fuck off, and I'll just rob banks in a different part of Melbourne. And that's not like a continuation of my crimes. It's like these are brand new crimes that a brand new bunch of cops have to start investigating with no help from these other cops over here that were already investigating me. And if I remember the details of it correctly, like he got an absurdly long prison sentence for armed robbery because I don't think he ever killed anyone. And the reason was because they never recovered any of the money. And he probably fucking stole millions of dollars and has got it hidden somewhere. And the cops were just super upset with how stupid he made them look. And so he got a really harsh prison sentence. And when he served one prison sentence, then he was just extradited to another jurisdiction to be put on trial for the bank robberies in that jurisdiction. And then he's in jail there. It's like, because he really pissed off the cops, because he also did a thing where, because he was moving around so much, he would take a photo outside a police station and then send it to the cops. Like, oh, you're looking for me. I was just outside a police station. Justin, you've got new internet working. You've got a download speed of over 150 MIPS. Nice. I haven't even looked into recently if I can up my internet speeds. I haven't had problems with it for a while. So it's going to, yeah. Charlie, you looked up Jane Tricky. You don't know who it is, even seeing pictures. Rays, what's mental is knowing how many bank robbers used to be around growing up. Not active, but ex-bank robbers and crap. Nice. Oh, Rays. If you've never read it, and I'm surprised this has never been made into a movie or a TV series in Australia, there is a great book called Chow Hayes, Gunman. This is a guy, he was a gangster in like the 20s and 30s in Sydney, real old school gangster. And he was kind of the only one from that generation who didn't die before the 50s. And so like a journo found him kind of like in a halfway house nursing home in the 80s and interviewed him and said, like, tell me your story, and got his story. And holy shite, it's just fucking wild. He was in the Razor gangs in Sydney in the 20s and 30s. Just the story is fucking unhinged. So Rays, his nickname was Chow, Chow, because people thought he looked kind of Asian, and Chow was a racial epithet for Chinese people in the early 20th century. So it's Chow Hayes, Hayes. The book is called Chow Hayes Gunman. If I still had it, I'd send it to you, but I don't have it anymore. Fucking wild. Safa, I'm astounded it hasn't been made into a movie or a TV series. To the best of my knowledge, it hasn't been. Sort of peripherally, one of the Underbelly series was in the 30s. It was about the women who were crime bosses. I think it was Meg Tilly and Kate Devine, because it was this weird thing in the law where the law specifically said, like, a man can't run a brothel or it's a crime. So there wasn't a law, strictly speaking, saying a woman couldn't do it. So you ended up with these two really ruthless criminal bosses in the 30s, maybe in the 20s and 30s, who were women, Meg and Kate. So now I've said this, I'm going to look it up. I think it was Meg Tilly and Kate Devine. Meg Tilly and Kate Devine. See what comes up. No, I got it right. So it was Tilly Devine. Okay, I got the names mixed up. So Tilly Devine was one of the crime bosses. She didn't die till 1970. Okay, she was born in 1900. Tilly Devine. Range of activities including sly gog, razor gangs, and prostitution. So, criminal career. The Queen of Woolloomooloo ran a string of brothels centered around Darlinghurst and the Cross. That's right. Okay, so her Kate Leigh. So it was Tilly Devine and Kate Leigh. And they were fucking crime bosses, and they were women, and their enforcers, people like Chow Hayes, were fucking terrifying. Lenny McPherson and all that shit came from that era. Yeah. Wait, was Lenny one of the Crims? Was he Chow Hayes' sidekick? Because, again, if you get a hold of this book, Chow Hayes Gunman, it's just the way he just tells his story with no frills is just like, what the fuck? And the only reason they ever got convicted is because corrupt cops faked evidence on them. Like, they were guilty as fuck, but the cops never got them legitimately. The cops only ever got them on faked evidence. Harry, how are you going? You're at work, lurking? I'm doing fairly well, thank you. Just a fire. I did see those articles saying, don't think we can't get wildfires like the LA ones. Look, okay. Everyone from South Australia, Victoria, all the way up into New South Wales, who is in charge of managing bushfires, is shitting bricks about the next couple of days. There's the potential for horribly destructive fires is just so big over the next couple of days. So, yeah, anyone in the affected areas, if they tell you to get out, get out. Right, so he's basically got a New South Wales, ran Freeman and shit the entire state for decades, yeah. I'm trying to think, let's look up Chow Hayes. Who was his main? He had one main sidekick. Who was his fucking sidekick? So, okay, Chow Hayes worked for Kate Leigh against Tilly Devine. And he did a lot of prison time, yes. William Joey Holloway. No, that's not the name I was thinking of. Oh, yeah, the most notorious one did. One of his rival gangsters, a guy called Bobby Lee, was trying to get Chow and like shot his nephew by mistake. And as soon as he realized he hadn't fucking shot the right guy, he fled and he disappeared for a while. And this is the story that does my head in. When this guy basically resurfaced, he was in a nightclub that I think it was like underground in Martin Place in Sydney. And the way the story goes, Chow's there with his mates and he sees this guy he's been after months, and he just walks up, very busy nightclub, walks up and says, "You and me need to talk." And he's saying, well, let's talk here in front of all these people. He's going, no, it should just be you and me, just private talk. And the guy's going, no, the talk here, if you've got anything to say it in front of everyone. And he's going, no, we don't want to do it in front of the women. We should go outside and talk. And he goes, no, just say whatever you got to say in front of everyone. And he goes, fair enough, and pulls out a revolver in a full nightclub and just goes bang, bang, bang. And the guy goes rocking forward and then kicks the table over and stands over him and goes bang, bang, bang. And it was very hard to get witnesses because they were all kind of, if this guy's just going to pump 6 bullets into him in front of everyone, I don't want to fucking testify against him because he's fucking crazy. So I don't know. It's so funny that fucking Chow Hai's only basically got done on bogus evidence, even though he did it. He was a criminal and did it. And as soon as he was really, like, even as a senior citizen, he was still doing standover shit. So, yeah, Chow Hai's died from cancer in 1993. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to share this as a portrait of him by the cartoonist Bill Leak. A portrait of him as an old man. God, I've just been fucking doing dumb shit. Okay. So, stop it. This is a portrait of Chow Hai's. This portrait is, oh God, what am I doing? This portrait is actually titled The Murderer Chow Hai's. I don't know, he just looks even scary as an old man, quite honestly. That was an Archibald Prize finalist. The Murderer Chow Hai's. Like, he never stopped being a nutter, basically. And the weird thing is, over his career, he probably stole the equivalent in modern terms of millions, if not tens of millions of dollars. And he just blew it all because he would just gamble it and live the high life. And he had nothing to show for it at the end of his life. It's like, damn. He was just a wild guy. Anyway, sprinkling a little bit of my liqueur on there. My excuse is always just to make the orange peel taste good for Mrs. Angry's hot chocolate in the morning. Oh my God, tomorrow's meant to be 41 or some shit. Got to turn the air conditioning on early. Super cool the house. So, what is the Bureau? Have they revised it at all? No, they're still saying 41. Fuck that. Still 20 now. 41 tomorrow and 30 on Thursday. Oh, they've raised Thursday up. We were meant to get some respite on Thursday. So no respite tomorrow night. 30 on Thursday, 38 on Friday, and then some respite, dropping to 23 on Saturday, 21 on Sunday. So we got 3 fucked up days and then some respite. Okay. Yes, Arthur, pray for you in the regions. It's going to be fucked in the regions. Yeah, Strict Sega, I will be keeping moist, if you know what I mean. Just thinking of that character on Doctor Who where she's just skin stretched out across her frame, going, moisturize me, moisturize me. I know, yeah, Rays, you don't want to get in on the whole gangster shit and what gangsters you may or may not have known. Definitely no, Rays doesn't know any gangsters, has never associated with any gangsters because he's got a clean record and he's got to get a green card in the US. That's so fucking yummy. Just you have aircon on. I will have aircon on for last. Okay, so I've done. What's in a? Okay, fuck you. Oh, Jesus Christ. This mouse is so fucked. What's in a jungle bird? Pineapple juice and lime juice. Fuck yeah, okay. I might do a clarified jungle bird tomorrow. Because I'm going to have some orange juice. Yeah, no, Strict Sega's not drunk. He's just having fun. Oh, dear. No work tomorrow. I'm going to do some dumb shit tomorrow. It's not. Okay, this is interesting. Like I had my two cherries, the new ones, and I said, look, this is one of the new ones is actually not bigger than the Luxardo ones. Raise, you listed your associates for the visa. You're not going to deny, you know, people. No, for a fact, it's documented in police records. Oh, yeah, you know the stories about what all the old heads. Yeah, well, that is an interesting world. The past is a foreign country. Yeah, and my new Luxardo cherry. Okay. I don't remember which is which. That's the big cherries. Yeah. Might drain a bit more syrup in there. Damn, I love the syrup these cherries are in, honestly. Oh, the old Victorian markets? Yeah. All right. Well, we had a fun talk tonight. My artistic endeavours, Australia's criminal history, all sorts of fun conversations. So I will probably be back on Thursday night, and then we'll see what we see what happens. Keep working on my little pinky that needs to be thoroughly exercised for the next couple of weeks, going back to see my surgeon in 2 weeks, and I've got to try and make it look almost normal in that time. I don't know if I'll accomplish it, but we shall see. I heard Tim Walz is not going to run for governor again. He's been a 2-term governor. I think he's just decided he's over the bullshit now, and yeah, he's retiring. So it is Sleepy Bobo time. So I hope you fine folk take care. And I will see you another time. But bye for now. Bye.
You are totally